Dear student, now I will discuss about the group 17 element. Group 17 elements are also called halogen elements. The word halogen is derived from two words. One is your halos, another is your gens. Halo means sea salt, gens means to produce. These type of elements generally produce from sea salt, so the group 17 element are called halogen element. Next I will discuss about the occurrence of halogen element. First is your fluorine. Fluorine generally found in fluorospar having formula CaF2. Fluorine also found from cryolite. Fluorine also found from fluoroapatite. From this, fluorine can be extracted. Next is your chlorine. Chlorine can be obtained from rock salt, carnallite, chloroapatite, horn silver. Bromine can be obtained from bromo, carnallite, sea water. Iodine can be obtained from seaweeds, culchi. These are the sources of group 17 element. Next I will discuss about the trends in physical property. First is your electronic configuration. The general outermost electronic configuration of halogen element is NH2NP5. Fluorine having atomic number 9. Its electronic configuration is your helium 2s2 2p5. Next is your chlorine having atomic number 17. The electronic configuration is your neon 10 3s2 3p5. Next is your bromine having atomic number 35. Electronic configuration is your argon 18 3d 10 4s2 4p5. Next is your iodine having atomic number 53. The electronic configuration of iodine is your krypton 36 4d10 5s2 5p5. Next is your acetylene having atomic number 85. The electronic configuration of acetylene is xenon 54 5d 10 4a 14 6s2 6p5. These are the electronic configuration of group 17 element. Next is your physical state. Halogen elements generally exist in diatomic state. Halogen molecules are nonpolar in nature. However, the polarity goes on increases from fluorine to iodine. This is due to increasing in the atomic radii. That's why fluorine and chlorine are gases while bromine is a liquid and iodine is a solid. Again I will repeat, fluorine and chlorine are gases, bromine is liquid, iodine is solid at room temperature. Next is your atomic radii and ionic radii. The atomic radii goes on increases from fluorine to iodine. This is due to addition of new cell. The atomic radii and ionic radii of group 17 element is smaller than corresponding group 16 element. This is due to high nuclear charge of group 17 element as compared to the corresponding elements of group 16. Next is your ionization energy. The ionization energy of group 17 element are high. This is due to small atomic radii of group 17 element. The ionization energy goes on decreases from fluorine to iodine. This is due to increase in the atomic radii. Next is your electron affinity. The electron affinity of group 17 element is high. The electron affinity goes on decreases from fluorine to iodine. Next is your stability. The stability of halogen molecules goes on decreases with increase in the atomic mass. That's why at 1200 degrees centigrade fluorine do not dissociate at all, while chlorine dissociate slightly, bromine dissociate to an extent of 6%, iodine is highly dissociated. Next is your electronegativity. The electronegativity of halogen element is high in the periodic table, fluorine having more electronegativity. The electronegativity goes on decreases from top to bottom of halogen family. Next is your color. The color of fluorine is very pale yellow, while color of chlorine is your yellowish green. The color of bromine is your orange red. Color of iodine is your shiny purple. Next is your non-metallic character. All the halogen elements are non-metal. The non-metallic character goes on decreases from top to bottom. These are the physical property of halogen elements. Next I will discuss about the trends in chemical properties. First is your reactivity. Halogen elements are highly reactive non-metal. Fluorine showing highly reactive due to number 1 is your small size, number 2 is your low bond energy. Number 3 is your high oxidizing power. The reactivity goes on decreases from top to bottom. Next chemical property is oxidation state. The general oxidation state of halogen element is -1 except fluorine. If other halogen element can form bond with a highly electronegative element, then these halogen can shows +1, +3, +5 and +7 oxidation state. Chlorine and bromine can shows +2 and +4 oxidation state in the formation of oxides and oxy acids. Next is your affinity for hydrogen. All the halogen elements have more affinity towards hydrogen atom to form halogenic acid. The affinity of halogen elements towards hydrogen goes on decreases. Next I will discuss about the trends in properties of halogenic acid. First is your physical state. All hydride of halogen are colorless gases. Next is your melting point and boiling point. The melting point increases with increasing the atomic mass of hydride of halogen. The boiling point of HF is high. This is due to high degree of intermolecular hydrogen bond. Next is your volatility. With increase in molecular weight, intermolecular force of attraction increases. This is due to increase in the van der Waals force of attraction. That's why volatility decreases. So according to this concept, actually HF having more volatility than HCl, then HBr, then HI. But in case of HF, the hydrogen bond will possible. So in case of HF, the intermolecular force of attraction is more as compared to the other three. So we can write the original order, that is your HCl greater than HBr greater than HI greater than HF. This is the order of volatility. From this it is clear that HCl have more volatility than HBr, HBr having more volatility than HI, HI having more volatility than HF. HF having less volatility due to presence of hydrogen bond. In other three cases, there is no possibility of formation of hydrogen bond. Next, I will discuss about the covalent character of hydride. We know that more is the polarity in a molecule, more is the ionic character, less is the covalent character. Suppose I will think about the example HF. In HF, the electronegativity difference is more than HCl, more than HBr, more than HI. So HF shows more polarity. That's why HF shows more ionic character but less covalent character as compared with the HCl, HBr and HI. So you can arrange the hydride according to the increasing order of covalent character like this. HF having less covalent character than HCl, having less covalent character than HBr, HBr having less covalent character than HI. Next I will explain about the reducing character. The reducing character depends upon the stability of H bond X. The stability of H bond X goes on decreases from HF to HI. So the reducing character increases from HF to HI. So I can write HF having less reducing character than HCl, having less reducing character than HBr, HBr having less reducing character than HI. Next is your acidic property. The acidic property depends upon the reducing character. More is the reducing character, more is the acidic property. We know that HF having less reducing character than HCl, than HBr, than HI. So HF having less acidic character than HCl, then HBr, then HI. Next is your thermal stability. The thermal stability depends upon the ionic character. More is the ionic character of halogenic acid, more is the thermal stability. We know that HF having more ionic character than HCl, then HBr, then HI. So HF having more thermal stability than HCl, then HBr, then HI. So I can write an order of halogenic acid according to thermal stability like this. HF having more thermal stability than HCl, then HBr, then HI. Next is your dipole moment. More is the electronegativity difference, more is the dipole moment. We know that the electronegativity difference decreases from HF to HI. So the HF having more dipole moment than HCl, then HBr, then HI. This is all about the trend in properties of halogenic acid. Next I will return to the trend in chemical property of group 17 element. Next chemical property is your oxides of halogen. Halogen element react with the oxygen to form oxides. Since fluorine having highly electronegativity than oxygen, so their compounds do not called oxides of fluorine. Their compound called fluoride of oxygen or oxygen fluoride. Some example of oxides of halogen are OF2, O2F2, ClO2, Cl2O6, BrO2, BrO3, I2O4, I2O5, etc. Next is your reaction with the water. Fluorine react with the water violently in dark condition to form oxygen and ozone. The reaction can be written like this: F2 plus H2O gives HF plus O2. Similarly, I can write F2 plus H2O gives HF plus O3. Remember an important point, always the inorganic reaction written in balanced form. So it is bound to write all the inorganic reaction in balanced form, otherwise half mark will be reduced in the exam. If I want to balance this equation, then I can write 2F2 plus 2H2O gives 4HF. Similarly, this reaction can be written like this: 3F2 plus 3H2O gives 6HF. On the other hand, chlorine and bromine react with the water to form hydrohallic acid. The reaction can be written like this: H2 plus H2O gives HX plus HXO, where X equal to chlorine bromine. The reaction between iodine and water is a non-spontaneous reaction. Next chemical property is oxidizing agent. All the halogen element can act as a good oxidizing agent. Fluorine is the strongest oxidizing agent. It can oxidize all other halogen element. Next is displacement reaction. The rate of displacement reaction decreases with increasing in the atomic number. That's why fluorine can easily displace to the other halogen element from their salt. But remember, iodine cannot displace other halogen element from their salt at all. So I can write a reaction like this: NaCl plus F2 gives Na plus Cl2. Here the atomic number of fluorine is less than the atomic number of chlorine, so fluorine can displace the chlorine from NaCl. But remember, chlorine cannot displace fluorine from NaF, so I cannot write Na plus Cl2 because here atomic number of chlorine is more than fluorine. Fluorine cannot be displaced by chlorine. Next chemical property is reaction with the metal. All the halogen element react with the metal to form ionic compound. Now I can write a reaction: sodium plus chlorine gives sodium chloride. Sodium chloride is an ionic compound. Suppose I will take the general reaction: M plus X2 gives Mx. If X is equal to fluorine, then I can able to form Mf. If X is equal to chlorine, then I can able to form MCl. If X is equal to bromine, then I can write MBr. Similarly, I can write Mi. If X is equal to I. The ionic character of Mf is greater than MCl. MCl having more ionic character than MBr. MBr having more ionic character than Mi. Next chemical property is formation of interhalogen compounds. All the halogen elements react with each other to form interhalogen compound. I can write a reaction I2 plus F2 at 228 Next, chemical properties reaction with the non-metal. All the halogen element react with the non-metal from the corresponding halide. The reactivity of halogen element towards non-metal decreases from top to bottom. So, fluorine react with the sulfur can able to form SF6. But remember, all other halogen element cannot form such type of hexafluoride. Chlorine react with the sulfur can form SCl4. Bromine react with the sulfur can form SBr2. But iodine cannot react with the sulfur. Next, I will discuss about the anomalous behavior of fluorine. Fluorine shows anomalous behavior due to the following cause. Point 1 is small size of fluorine. Second point is high electronegativity. Third point is low F bond dissociation enthalpy. Fourth point is absence of vacant d orbitals in the valency shell. Due to the following cause, fluorine shows anomalous behavior. Some consequence of its anomalous behavior are: number 1, most reactive. Second is fluorine shows high oxidation state. Next point is fluorine has high electrode potential. Fluorine able to form hydrogen bond. Fluorine is a strong oxidizing agent. Due to such type of properties, fluorine also called superhalogen. Next, I will discuss about chlorine. At first, I will discuss about the preparation of chlorine. First preparation is from HCl. When HCl is treated with the MnO2, then chlorine is formed with the byproduct MnCl2 and water. It is bound to balance this equation, otherwise half mark will be reduced. Also, it is bound to write the statement of this reaction. Next method of preparation is by heating chloride with the concentrated H2SO4 in the presence of MnO2. Then what will be the reaction? Now I will take a chloride. Suppose I will take NaCl. NaCl when subjected to reaction with the concentrated H2SO4 and MnO2, manganese dioxide, then chlorine is formed. Also sodium bisulfate and manganese sulfate are formed. Here also formation of water molecule is possible. Next method of preparation for chlorine is electrolytic method. That means this method based upon electrolysis of a chloride salt. Suppose I will take byproduct are formed. The other byproduct are hydrogen and sodium hydroxide. This is the electrolysis of aqueous sodium chloride. Suppose I will take molten NaCl and it is subjected to electrolysis. Then sodium and chlorine is formed. Next I will discuss about the laboratory method of preparation of chlorine. First laboratory method of preparation of chlorine is by the action of KMnO4 on concentrated HCl. Look at that, this is the diagrammatical representation for the preparation of chlorine by the action of KMnO4 on concentrated HCl. Here powdered KMnO4 is taken. Now add the concentrated HCl. Then what will happen? A reaction will be possible. The reaction is your KMnO4 plus HCl gives a MnCl2 plus KCl plus H2O plus chlorine. MnCl2 and KCl are in solid form, so they are deposited at the bottom of this container. Now water vapor and chlorine will be liberated by this tube. Chlorine contains some impurities like HCl and also water vapor. Our aim to remove the impurity HCl and water from chlorine and to prepare pure and dry chlorine. Therefore, the impure chlorine at first passed through water to remove the HCl molecule. Then it is passed through concentrated H2SO4 to remove the water molecule. Finally, a pure and dry chlorine is collected in this gas jar by upward displacement of air. This is the laboratory method of preparation by the action of KMnO4 on concentrated HCl. Next I will discuss the second laboratory method of preparation of chlorine by heating the mixture of NaCl and MnO2 with the concentrated H2SO4. This is the diagrammatical representation to explain the method of preparation of chlorine by heating the mixture of NaCl and MnO2 with the concentrated H2SO4. Here a mixture of NaCl and MnO2 is taken, concentrated HCl is added. Now by this way, when NaCl and MnO2 and concentrated HCl subjected to reaction, then it gives MnSO4 plus Cl2 plus Na2SO4 plus water. This chlorine is not pure, it is an impure chlorine. It contains the impurity like water and HCl. To remove such type of impurities, the impure chlorine is first passed through water to remove the HCl impurity. Then again the impure chlorine passed through concentrated H2SO4 to remove the water molecule. Finally, the chlorine is collected here by the help of upward displacement of air. There are also another laboratory method of preparation. The reactions are PtCl4 when subjected to heating at 374 degrees centigrade. Then PtCl2 plus chlorine are formed. Again PtCl2 when subjected to heating at 582 degrees centigrade. Then platinum and chlorine are formed. Similarly, when AuCl3 is subjected to heating at 175 degrees centigrade, then AuCl and chlorine are formed. Again, when AuCl subjected to heating at 185 degree centigrade, then Au and chlorine are formed. Next method of preparation is Bacon's process. In Bacon's process, HCl is subjected to reaction with the oxygen, then chlorine and water are formed. There are also a large number of laboratory methods of preparation for chlorine. Next, I will discuss about the properties of chlorine. At first, I will discuss about the physical properties of chlorine. First point is chlorine is a greenish yellow gas with a pungent suffocating smell. Second point is chlorine is heavier than air. Chlorine liquefied by cooling under pressure. On further cooling, chlorine converted into solid form which look like pale yellow in color. Next point is chlorine is poisonous in nature and it affects the mucous membrane. Next point is chlorine is fairly soluble in water. These are the physical properties of chlorine. Remember an important point, aqueous solution of chlorine is called chlorine water. The color of chlorine water is yellow. Next I will discuss about the chemical properties of chlorine. What are the chemical properties of chlorine? First chemical property is action with the hydrogen. When chlorine is subjected to reaction with the hydrogen, then hydrogen chloride is formed. I can write the reaction like this: H2 plus Cl2 gives 2HCl. Next reaction is action with the boron. When chlorine subjected to reaction with the boron, then boron trichloride is formed. I can write the reaction like this: B plus Cl2 gives BCl3. Next is action with the sulfur. When chlorine is subjected to reaction with the sulfur, then H2Cl2 is formed. I can write the reaction like this: sulfur plus chlorine gives H2Cl2. Next reaction is action with the phosphorus. When chlorine is subjected to reaction with the phosphorus, then phosphorus trichloride is formed. I can write the reaction like this: P plus Cl2 gives PCl3. Next reaction is action with the cold NaOH. When chlorine is subjected to reaction with the cold sodium hydroxide, then hypochlorite is formed as the main product. I can write the reaction like this: Cl2 plus NaOH, that is your cold, gives NaClO plus NaCl plus water. This is your said to be sodium hypochlorite. Next reaction is action with the hot sodium hydroxide. When chlorine is subjected to reaction with the hot sodium hydroxide, then sodium chloride is formed as main product. So I can write a reaction like this: Cl2 plus NaOH, that is your hot, gives NaClO3 plus NaCl plus water. This is your said to be sodium chlorate. Next is action with the excess NH3. chlorine is subjected to reaction with the excess NH3, then ammonium chloride is formed with the evolution of nitrogen gas. I can write the equation like this: Cl2 plus NH3, that is your excess, gives NH4Cl plus N2. Next is action with the less NH3. When chlorine is subjected to reaction with the less NH3, then nitrogen trichloride and HCl is formed. I can write the reaction like this: Cl2 plus NH3 gives NCl3 plus HCl. The NH3 is taken here in less amount. Next reaction is action with the H2S. When chlorine is subjected to reaction with H2S, then hydrogen chloride and sulfur is formed. I can write the reaction like this: Cl2 plus H2S gives S plus HCl. Next reaction is action with the SO2 and water. When chlorine is subjected to reaction with the sulfur dioxide and water, then H2SO4 and HCl is formed. I can write the reaction like this: Cl2 plus SO2 plus H2O gives H2SO4 plus HCl. Next is action with the HX. Here X means bromine iodine. When chlorine is subjected to reaction with the HX, then HCl and H2 is formed. Next is action with the SO2. When chlorine is subjected to reaction with the SO2, then sulfuryl chloride is formed, that is SO2Cl2. Next reaction is action with the carbon monoxide. When carbon monoxide is treated with the chlorine, then carbonyl chloride, that is phosgene, is formed. I can write the reaction like this: Cl2 plus CO gives COCl2. This is called carbonyl chloride or phosgene. Next is action with the C2H4, that is your ethene. When ethene is subjected to reaction with the chlorine, then ethylene dichloride is formed. I can write the reaction like this: Cl2 plus C2H4 gives CH2 bond Cl bond CH2 bond Cl. Next reaction is action with the FeCl2. When chlorine is subjected to reaction with the FeCl2, then FeCl3 is formed. Next reaction is action with the acidified FeSO4. When chlorine is subjected to reaction with the acidified ferrosulfate, then ferric sulfate is formed with the byproduct HCl. Next reaction is action with the aqueous Ki. When chlorine is subjected to reaction with the aqueous Ki, then KCl and iodine is formed. Next reaction is action with the dry slacked lime. When chlorine is subjected to reaction with the dry slacked lime, that is your calcium hydroxide, then bleaching powder is formed. The formula of bleaching powder is CaOCl twice. Other byproduct, that is your CaCl2 and water, also formed. Next is bleaching property. Chlorine have bleaching property, that's why it can changes a colored compound to colorless. When chlorine is subjected to reaction with water, then it gives HCl and HClO. HClO is highly unstable, so it converted into HCl plus nascent oxygen. When I will add these two equations, then I can write Cl2 plus H2O gives 2HCl plus nascent oxygen. Now this nascent oxygen subjected to reaction with the colored matter, then a colorless matter will be formed. This property is called bleaching property. Remember an important point, dry chlorine cannot be used for bleaching action. For bleaching action it is bound to take aqueous chlorine. Next is substitution reaction. When saturated hydrocarbon subjected to reaction with the chlorine, then substitution reaction takes place and many chlorine derivative product of saturated hydrocarbon is formed. Suppose I will take a saturated hydrocarbon CH4 and it is subjected to reaction with the chlorine, then substitution reaction takes place. CH4 plus Cl2 gives CH3Cl plus HCl. Again when CH3Cl subjected to reaction with the chlorine, then CH2Cl2 plus HCl is formed. CH2Cl2 plus chlorine gives CHCl3 plus HCl. CHCl3 plus chlorine gives CCl4 plus HCl. Actually these reactions generally takes place in the presence of sunlight. Next I will discuss about the reaction of chlorine with the sulfite and thiosulfate. Suppose I will take a sulfide, sodium sulfide. When sodium sulfide subjected to reaction with the chlorine and also with water, then sodium sulfate is formed with the byproduct HCl. Similarly, I can take an example of thiosulfate, that is your sodium thiosulfate. When sodium thiosulfate subjected to reaction with the chlorine and water, then sodium sulfate is formed with the byproduct HCl and sulfur. These are the chemical reaction of chlorine. Next I will discuss about the uses of chlorine. First point is chlorine is used as an bleaching agent. Second point is chlorine is used for manufacture of bleaching powder. Next point is chlorine is used for purification of drinking water. Next use is chlorine is used as an germicide and also used as an disinfectant. Chlorine also used for manufacture of chlorate, hypochlorite, etc. Chlorine also used in extraction of noble metal like platinum and gold. These are the